hybrid of the listens to Eminem and joins the Marines and reads books and becomes an alcoholic is Secretary of Defense nominee Pete Hegseth. Pete Hegseth, and I just gotta the whole Trump cabinet, but his confirmation in particular is turning into the intervention scene from The Sopranos, where it's just like, I came into the Fox News studios early in the morning to do Fox and Friends. Your face was in the toilet. Your hair was in the bowl. Disgusting. What? No, my favorite headline to come out of this is for the Daily Beast. Donald Trump's Secretary of Defense pick has made a solemn promise to quit drinking if confirmed to the position. And I love that because it's like, if you want to get someone to quit drinking or doing drugs, give them something they really want in exchange for it. But also like if confirmed, but he's like, I'm still drinking for the confirmation because that's going to be rough. I need a little social lubricant if I'm going to answer these questions.
That was one of the greatest fucking things I've ever heard. Like, even 20 years ago, you would lie. You would be like, oh, I haven't touched a drop in like 10 years or 20 years. But like, no, I'm going to get my shit together when I'm the Secretary of Defense.
But like quitting alcohol is tough. It's like then now you're Secretary of Defense and you're like fucking getting the delirium tremors. Just keep drinking, man. You need that machine. You need that engine running, purring like a cat. So just maybe like stick to beer or something. I don't know.
They gave every oil and gas welder with like the Secretary of Defense position because they're all alcoholics with Deus Vult tattoos who like throw their wives in the pool too hard and like fucking like every guy that I would like go and like help him fix a generator, like his welding machine, is like roll his sleeves up and it just says like family in like the German font, and he's like, I'm like, they gave that guy the Secretary of Defense position. The guy that's like, I mean, personally, I don't like him. I don't want to live next to them. If they want to go wherever they're from, I mean, that's fine. And you have to sit there and nod or he'll just break your jaw. They gave that guy the position.
Well, in order to protect American families, sometimes you have to destroy your own family. You have to be willing to terrorize your own family to protect the rest of our families.
What was
Did you know that the New York Times had covered an email that Hegseth's mom sent to him from years ago where she called him a wife beater and a drunk?
No.
Yeah, no.
Maybe that's like, I mean, that could be like a family joke.
It says,
laughter's a big part of my family.
She wrote him an email in 2018 saying he had routinely mistreated women for years and displayed a lack of character. On behalf of all the women, and I know it's many you have abused in some way, I say, get some help and take an honest look at yourself, Penelope Hegseth wrote, stating that she still loved him. She's since come out and said she sent a follow-up email contextualizing this and taking back her comments, which no one is reporting on. But
do you know
by him.
How fucked up you have to be Matt Gaetz, to be Matt Gaetz and get told no? How bad the cabinet itself, to like a guy like Hegseth gets the job or whatever, and then Matt Gaetz is like, God, I hope they don't find out that I'm the devil. Like sitting there sweating like, God, I hope they don't find out about my fucking nephew / son / Cuban rent boy / whatever the fuck. Yeah, like that. The cabinet, like you said earlier, the cabinet, all the picks are pretty insane, but like how fucked up you have to be to get told no to be Matt Gaetz. Like Pete got in, and his own mom is like, "You're fucking crazy," you know.
Well, I mean,
I wonder if she ever sent any like zany videos to like Weird Al or any of that.
Like a video of him in a diaper or something.
You need to fucking turn your life around. By the way, this is totally not the Rick Astley video again. And she clicks it. Damn it, Mom.
She sends him the video of the squirrel wakeboarding or like water skiing, and then right under it is like, you're a wife beating piece of shit.
Yeah.
Think about how bad it feels when your mom sends like a Bitmoji of herself that's like, you're gonna kill your kids.
My mom doesn't know she doesn't know what the Bitmojis and emojis actually mean. She creates her own definition, so sometimes she'll send the like one, you know what I mean, which is like I think is like hey, like what's up, but she thinks it means she's like kooky. So she always sends the like tongue out like what you doing emoji to me, but it's like, but it's like she's like, oh, I had a crazy day, and I'm like, I don't have the heart to tell like, Mom, that one doesn't mean it. You need to use the googly eyed one, the crazy eyed one. I'm imagining Pete Hegseth's mom just sending that to like the Trump cabinet, like Oppo research team, just like the eggplant emoji. It's like she's trying to say that he like beats women or whatever the fuck. Wait, hold on, Will. Do you guys? I actually don't. I know a little bit about the guy. They made him Secretary of Defense, and he's got all the like.
Well, he's not Secretary of Defense yet. I mean, he's confirmed.
What was he? Was he like he wasn't like a tier 1 guy, right? He just was like a war criminal apology. Like he got that.
No, he was a fan of the tier 1 guys that did war crimes, and he got that guy Eddie Gallagher. He got him. Got him pardoned or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, like he worked at Guantanamo or something. Like, and then got involved with all these like coke-backed charities, like Vets for Freedom or whatever. And then he spent like much of the like sort of post-Obama years just like going around trying to like raise money and votes for these candidates, but like getting like lampshade on head drunk. And like they're in the New Yorker thing on this, like they have a story about him being at a strip club in Louisiana and being like that kind of drunk where like he tried to get on the stage and dance with the strippers. And it's just like I feel like, most of like the Pentagon and the CIA throughout American history has been run by hardcore alcoholics.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like they could all just like, they could handle their shit. They could drink like a quart of scotch and then like, have a meeting, I don't know, like send a cable to Chiang Kai-shek or something like that. But, like, this is just embarrassing. He's acting like a fucking like a sorority girl or something.
He's like 62 and he's still like drinking Sky vodka and being like, I need to hear Drake right now. By the way, I was looking at, I have this like obsessive thing where anytime someone who is like, not necessarily like a cabinet level position, but like someone who has to be confirmed by the Senate, I like looking up their military record. Through my extensive research, I think we should get rid of the Bronze Star Medal because Pete Hegseth has one.
He has 2.
He has 2. You don't have to do anything to get a fucking Bronze Star. I used to think, oh, it's right below Silver Star. That means that you killed like 2 people in like a cool way. In my mind, like, Silver Star, 2 below Medal of Honor, 1 below, Army or Navy Cross. That's like squad wipe. Mm-hmm. But Bronze Star, I found out you can just get that for like being a nice Marine.
He made
so
the guys.
He made the guys at 5. You should prestige up to Silver Star.
Yeah.
Felix, he made all the guys in his unit like a killer playlist, and they all really liked it. They're bumping it in the Humvee.
That's the type of shit you get a Bronze Star for. Like, Bronze Stars in World War II, it was like you were friends with Spears.
No, you have to have like Samuel Fuller's war record.
Yeah.
You have to like done D-Day and liberated a concentration camp.
Tom Cotton got one for like doing his homework on time. It's so fucking dumb.
I feel like when you have, to the degree of like, when you don't really have wars to fight against equal opponents, maybe, you get all of the cool medals that like Audie Murphy got for like squad wiping
Sergeant
Germans.
York.
Yeah, with his bare hands. But you're like, you go to one of those, maybe you go to like a military bar where it's just, quiet professionals, tier 1. It's like, what'd you do? And it's like, I was in Nam, took a lot of ghosts home with me. And it's like, what'd you do? I was like, Desert Storm. I was popping skulls. I can't say all of them were people that should have gone. Is like, what'd you do? Oh man, I listened to For Whom the Bell Tolls like 10,000 times. And and my staff sergeant said I listened to it so good he just gave me Bronze Star. You feel me? Like, what do you do when your enemy is like there's no glory in it? You're just like over in a part of the world where they don't have like a toilet. And you're like, you're just hip tossing brown kids into mass graves for 10 years. So you don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Jake, all that's like almost every Silver Star and like Navy or Army Cross or fucking whatever, or Medal of Honor for the last like 20 years, all of them are just like, oh, he like fought in a battle without having like 4 planes that could kill anyone. For like 3 minutes.
Also,
he went 3 minutes without having like an AC-130 that can just wipe out every human life within a fucking 100-mile radius.
All these guys, like, okay, so it's happening to Tim Kennedy. It recently happened to the lone survivor guy, and the Osama guy got a little while ago. But all of these like tier 1 book writer guys, they're all like getting, like basically called out for like grossly exaggerating pretty much everything about the thing that they did. And the people that are calling them out are other tier 1 operators. And I wonder to what degree if like
the guys who didn't get a book deal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They're like on podcasts, like he only killed like 1 child. He didn't kill 30 of them. And it's and they're like, oh, So I think a lot like, but it doesn't matter. It's the myth. It's like the whole thing. And in Hegseth's case, it doesn't matter that he got a Bronze Star for like playing Call of Duty on a naval ship. You know what I mean?
He beat Contra without using the cheat code.
Yeah. yeah. Like it doesn't matter. It's just what people believe. He's got a Deus Vult tattoo, which means he is cool, I guess.
They should give the Kelsey brothers a Bronze Star for how fucking hard they make me laugh on their podcast.
They should give Hot Tua the Silver Star for being a fucking champion.
For being a fucking legend. How about that?
Yeah.
My like rule of thumb used to be like if an army guy said never ask a guy if they killed someone.
Yeah.
That was like that always told me like, oh, they didn't do anything. He did nothing.
Yeah.
But now I think it's like, they did a study that was based on like how willing the average person was to kill somebody. And in World War II, it was like sort of like
almost none of them.
Yeah, almost none of them fired in anger at an enemy. They were like too afraid to take a human life. And like the conventional wisdom now is that through an all volunteer army that's gone down.
Mm-hmm.
But like just unscientifically, Tim Kennedy, all these guys, it could be like the same number. It could be like in Tim Kennedy's story, he's like, can I throw a grenade? Like, that's something I would do without training in a way.
Yeah.
Like, are they going to yell at me if I throw a grenade if I'm not in the grenade line?
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe one guy in every division kills guys.
Yeah.
And they all just, like, there's one Spears everywhere who's the best at killing people who, like, are using flintlock pistols. Well, and then everyone else
there's one guy like that. And then, he serves honorably. He comes home and then gets his health insurance claim denied. And then it's time for, I got another nominee for the Bronze Star. Okay. And currently his whereabouts are unknown, as is his identity.